Hello everyone, Jeff Johannesen here. As Pastor Dave mentioned, we are going to be doing a few things to keep you informed and connected while we're not able to meet on Sunday mornings, and I'm going first. So before I get started with that, I thought I would share with you, I am standing in our facility, Phase 2 facility, what used to be known as Farrell's, and I'm doing that because I'm going to give you a Phase 2 update. Before I do that though, I want to share that I watched the service from this morning, the message and the worship service. I thought it was awesome. Jane and I watched it together. We watched it on an iPad that was probably 6 feet from my face. And when I asked Jane what was on Peter's right arm, she proceeded to tell me that that was not Peter, that was Adam. And then I knew what was on his right arm. So Jane somewhat implied that I needed glasses because I'm getting old. I just thought you would appreciate knowing that Jane turned 60 on Saturday, and now she can shop at Hy-Vee between 7 and 8 in the morning. Just thought you guys would appreciate that. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna turn the camera around. I'm gonna show you what the view will look like from our new front door when we get the remodel done. I'm looking at the current office and Kids Life, Little Life building right now. We did just give the landlord notice, and we intend to vacate that building as a tenant on July 31st. We were required by the lease to give them 4 months notice, and that's our best guess right now of when we feel comfortable getting out of that space. If we need to, we will go a couple weeks without that space. Even if we can't be in here, we'll figure it out. But as you can see, and as I turn the camera around here in a minute, you're going to see that Farrell's has vacated the space. There they have a dumpster with a lot of the materials that they tore out here, which they were required to do. There's still just a few things left that they need to move out, but they'll get that done, I'm sure. Megan is gonna go do a walkthrough with them, I believe Monday, to make sure everything is as we expected as they leave this property. What I'm looking at right now, which is just to the left as you enter our front door, is an area which will have classrooms, a conference room. It will contain Karna and Dave's offices and 2 bathrooms that are already there. It won't look exactly like this. There'll be some changes to it, but I think it gives you a pretty good idea. As I pan to the right and we look at the far wall, you can see this is a very large room. We will add a nursery, and I believe a Little Life room will be at that far end of that wall. So not all of this space will be available. It's all available to us, but it won't all act as the living room that Dave has been talking about. But it's gonna be well utilized, and I think we're still gonna have really good space there. And then towards that corner is where the coffee bar will be moved to. As we continue to pan this way, the wall here that we're looking at is right now the current wall between Farrell's and our worship space. And this wall is gonna move. I don't know if it'll move early in the construction period because now we're not in there and that might be the right time to do it, or if it'll move late right before we conclude. We'll figure that out with the contractor. But this wall will have a 16-foot wide opening in it, probably about straight ahead from what I'm looking at right now. And that will allow us to move back and forth between this living room area and the worship area. I think that'll allow for a great flow between these 2 parts of our facility. And it will have a glass garage door that we'll be able to close if we want to during the worship service. But if we have overflow, it'll also allow for us to open it. And then as I continue to pan back here, this is where the sound booth someday will be. So all things are proceeding as we expected. Farrell's is out. You can see they've taken the mirrors down off the walls. And we will be starting construction soon. I don't have the exact date because I believe we are finalizing the permitting process with the city. And we have sent them, I believe, everything they need for that. So I would expect we will get permit approval relatively soon. And then we hope the contractors can start shortly after that. So it's gonna be exciting to see what happens. And I'm even more excited for us to get back together on Sunday morning, but this is certainly something that we're looking forward to as well. So as I close up here, if you got any questions, just reach out to me. Continue to pray for what we got going on in a lot of parts of for our country, but specifically don't forget to pray for Phase 2 And if you have any questions, reach out to me. I'm really looking forward to seeing you again soon. Thanks.